Hello, my name is Leah. Thanks for joining. Today we're going to do a yoga flow that's very energizing and heat building. We'll be using our full body and hopefully you get a nice sweat from this little yoga workout. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I release videos every other day and I have a lot more coming. So get started in mountain pose today. Just arrive on our mat, standing up, legs and feet are hips width distance apart. Draw up on your knees, engage your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, lower your shoulders. And just start to prepare and arrive on your mat. Let all the other things you've been worrying about or thinking about kind of float away and release so that we can focus on our bodies and our breath for the next little while. Actively inhaling through your nose and exhaling, releasing all the air out, squeezing your abdomen in. When you're ready, come down to a kneeling position, so up tall on your knees. And let's just start to do some arm circles. We'll start either clockwise or counterclockwise, waking up your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your back. And then we will do the opposite direction. Also do some wrist circles. I definitely get sore wrists. So wrist circles are a nice way to kind of massage the muscle and tendon before we start putting weight on our wrists and hands. And you can pull back on your fingers. And let's begin. So to start, we're going to do a little partial side plank. Start on the left side, so left hand plants on the ground, palm is pressed into the earth, fingertips are spread wide. Stay on your left knee, extend your right leg out long, and you can hold this here. Right hand can stay on your hips or wherever is comfortable, or you can add on and go into a full side plank. One more breath. And then exhale, replace your knee back down if it was not. Come back up to a kneeling position and let's do the other side. So back into the middle of your mat. This time, right hand plants on the ground and left leg comes out long to the left side and your left hand can plant on your hips or wherever is comfortable. Pressing into all 5 fingertips, and you have the option here to lift your bottom leg as well. Hold here. And replace your right knee back on the ground, come back up to a kneeling position, and let's meet in tabletop. Hands are planted on the ground underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Let's do a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly, cow. Exhale, round your spine, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come to your neutral spine. From here, we're going to do some balancing. So get nice and strong on your left knee. You're going to lift your right leg up and reach back with your left hand. Hold on to the top of your right foot and kick into your hand here. It's kind of similar to dancer pose, but we're in tabletop instead. Your gaze can just be at the top of the mat or in between where your hands are, or your left hand would be. One more inhale. Exhale, come to straighten your leg and your arm. Hold here. And then exhale, place them down on the ground. Let's do another round of cat-cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral and let's do the other side. Get nice and strong on our right knee this time, lifting our left leg up and grabbing onto the top of our left foot with our right hand. Kick into your hand to lift your foot and your arm and keep your gaze at the top of your mat. Exhale, release your hand, leg out straight, arm out straight. Hold here. Exhale, plant your hand and your knee back down on the ground. Sit your hips back down for child's pose. Catch your breath again. Inhale, come back up to tabletop, walk your hands forward, step your feet back into high plank, and let's go through our vinyasa. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes, press your chest up for baby cobra. Exhale, release your forehead back down to the earth. Tuck your toes under and press your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels and your hips here. Really pressing into all 10 fingertips. Push the ground away with your hands, encouraging your chest back down towards your legs. From here, we're going to inhale, right leg lead up and high behind you, three-legged dog. Hold. And then exhale, swing your leg through, step it down, and then press all the way up into high plank or high crescent lunge. Find your balance. You might have to widen your legs a little bit here. Arms stay high. Low shoulders. And then spin your back foot out 45 degrees for warrior two. Bending deep into your right leg. Arms are wide, fingertips reaching either direction. Exalt your warrior, left leg traces down, your left hand traces down your left leg. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Turn your toes to face the front and your chest spins to the front of your mat. We're going to transition into warrior three. So your fingers can interlace above your head, releasing your index finger, or you can have your arms wide for airplane for a little more stability. We're going to kick our back leg up. Arms can shoot forward for warrior three. Keep your back leg lifted. Just keep it as straight as you can. It doesn't really matter how high it is, as long as it's straight. One long line from your fingertips to your toes. Hold. And then when you're ready, exhale. Hands can come to the ground for standing splits. Lift that leg. Try and keep your left hip down, even with your right hip, instead of letting it lift up. And then we have the option here for half moon. So your right hand can plant on the ground, fingertips or palm if you can reach. And now we're going to lift our left hip up and try and find balance here, releasing your left hand either up to the sky or on your hip. And if you feel comfortable, you can take your gaze up. Once you're ready, replace your left leg back down. Give your hips a little wiggle there. Notice the difference that you might feel on either side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step or hop to the back of your mat. High plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, option for baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg reaches up high behind you, three-legged dog. Hold. And then exhale, swing your leg through, step in between your hands, rise all the way up for high plank. High lunge. I keep confusing those two. Lower your shoulders down, widen your arms. Right foot spins out 45 degrees for warrior two. Fingertips are stretching and reaching in opposite direction. From here, flip your left palm up to the sky. Trace your right hand down your right leg. Exalt warrior. And then come back up to warrior two. Spin all 10 toes to face the front of your mat. Your hands raise up overhead, fingertips pointing to the sky, and then kick off of your right foot. Come into warrior three. Find the balance. Keep a bend in your left knee. Straighten your back leg. Hold here for one more breath. Then you drop your hands down to the ground for standing split, keeping our hips even. And then option for half moon. So fingertips on the ground, either tented or flat, stacking your left hip underneath your right hip. Right leg stays lifted, and your right hand can reach up to the sky, and you can take your gaze up to the sky if you feel balanced. And when you're ready, replace your hands down to the ground. Step your right foot down by your left. Give your hips a wiggle and forward fold. Plant your palms, hop or step your feet back to high plank position, and then lower yourself all the way to the ground on your stomach. Untuck your toes. Plant your palms on the ground down by your hips. Your fingertips are down, reaching towards your legs or your toes. And when we inhale, we're going to try lifting our right leg up off of the ground by pressing into our palms. Your chest, everything stays planted on the ground. We're just lifting our right leg. When you're ready, inhale and lift. And then slowly lower it back down to the ground. And when you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up off the ground. Keep your leg straight. Use your glute, use your back. Press into the ground with your hands. Slowly lower it back down. If you'd like, you can bring your hands and your arms underneath your body so that your hands are actually all the way underneath, pinkies almost touching underneath you, and lift both legs at the same time for locust pose. When you're ready, inhale and lift both legs. And exhale. You can remove your hands from under your body. Just inhale deep and side out, exhale. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Push yourself all the way up to tabletop. Cross your legs behind you and sit back on your hips. Scoot your legs forward and roll yourself all the way down on your back. Legs come out long. From here, inhale, bend your knees again, plant your feet on the ground, roll your hips all the way up for bridge, and hold here. Keep your chin tucked, engage your glutes. Exhale, lower all the way down. Let's try that one more time, but come up onto your tiptoes, so you might have to walk your feet in a little more. Inhale, tuck your hips and lift all the way up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Bring your knees into your chest. Reach for either elbow, give yourself a big squeeze. And then exhale, release everything down to touch the ground for Shavasana, our final rest. Let your heart rate come back down to rest. You can close your eyes or keep a soft gaze. Give yourself a little thanks for taking a small portion of your day to help move your body, improve your heart health. And when you're ready, give yourself a nice stretch and push all the way back up to seat. And that's all. Thanks.
I just wanted to say a special thank you to our friends at Wade Studio for letting us use their beautiful space here. If you're in the Toronto area, you should definitely check them out at wadestudio.ca.